So starting the test drive out in the Equinox EV, even though this one is just a front mounted electric motor, still pretty peppy, and it'll try to burn rubber on you in the sport mode from the front. But I drove this around a little bit and not terrible in terms of ride quality. It was kind of impressive. Now it's still a tad bouncy because everything that rides on an electric platform is gonna have that one way or another. But one of the better experiences I've had in terms of the ride quality. So I'm gonna give it a little punch here. All right, here we go. So not overly quick, but also it's certainly not slow. It's an EV, but pretty impressed by how it got up to speed. It was a very linear power curve. Now with the transport mode on, I'm assuming this will not let me turn the Super Cruise on, which is annoying. Well, there it is there. But the ride itself is very, very solid. And the interstate ride actually smooths out quite a bit as opposed to riding on just a typical 2-lane road where this surface is pretty smooth. But one of my favorite things about the Blazer EVs, really all of the GM vehicles, the newer ones that are kind of playing off of a gas-powered variant, is that I'm able to see how many kilowatts I'm actually getting from regenerative braking and then how much I'm actually going through just under throttle power there. But overall for the money, I do think it's a pretty good buy because you can get these with the $7,500 tax credit. So you're looking at $40,000 for one of these. And the most impressive thing about it is you're able to get 320 miles on a charge EPA estimate. And that's very, very good if you're concerned about range anxiety and things of that nature. Now with the charging, the DC fast charging speed is not the best, but they are offering a lot of companies are just the way to go from the Tesla port to the charge port that is on these in particular, pretty much every other EV except for Tesla, so that you can fast charge off of their network, and that makes range anxiety a bit less of an issue as opposed to if you have to use Electrify America, try and find a blink charger to charge with overnight or something like that. But I think the coolest thing about these as well is being able to use Super Cruise and being able to have that standard. Now, of course, to keep it going, you have to have that subscription, but I feel like this is probably the only self-driving, semi-autonomous driving software that I would pay for because it's just that good, especially if you do a lot of road tripping. But even if I have to go 30 miles into Nashville from where I am, it's nice to have that Super Cruise because it pretty much does all the legwork for you and you just keep your eyes on the road. But this and the Blazer EV, I don't want to say they're not exciting or boring, but they don't have a lot of flair to them. But they are two of the most practical EVs on the market right now, just with the incentives that are available and the range, the features, and all of that. And this, again, is no different than that Blazer EV. So a very impressive EV overall. But I want to give one more thank you to Chevrolet Buick GMC of Murfreesboro for allowing me to review this Equinox EV today. Again, I'll leave a link below in the description. And if you're looking to find the best deal on an Equinox EV, or really any vehicle in your area, just click on that link below. It takes a minute or two to fill out that information, and we'll get your local dealers competing to get you that best price. But pretty cool EV so far. Can't wait to see how it holds up over time. And this will bring me to the end of my review of this 2024 Chevy Equinox EV Launch Edition.